So there's them blocks. I got possessed on them last week, but I'm okay now. Ivan survived to tell the tale. Yeah, so last week I had an issue while making the video. I lost all of my footage, so I had to use all of Ivan's, hence why the video was in portrait. So I thought I'd just do another little quick run through, just as everything was in Spanish last week. I'll maybe give you a little walkthrough in English. So I'm back at the haunted house. It isn't really haunted, it's just absolutely full of flies at the minute for some reason. Like, as if there's a dead body in it. It really is bizarre. Right, so what I've looked into and what I've been able to find out basically is not a great deal about the house itself. In terms of when this was built, I can only guess from the information that it was anytime 1600s, 1700s, which from the information and videos I've watched is the time that this area was having its boom agriculturally, with the water source being just where we came from, the barranco de Chindia, cascada de Chindia, sorry. Yeah, apparently there was a lot of slave workers in the area, piracy from us Brits, funny enough, trying to conquer, get more things. And then I think it was in the 1600s that there was a treaty, a contract signed between Spain and I can't remember who else, but yeah, that's how then that ended up being Spanish territory and went on to prosper. From what I know about the people, I think around the 1800s, from what I was able to find out, that a lot of the people from the islands ended up emigrating to South America, Venezuela, I think Chile. A lot of them went there because the island started to suffer. There wasn't a great deal of work and people needed to do something. So they went there, and then, well, 200 years later, there's a lot of Venezuelans wanting to come back. So there's probably a connection there that they still feel and love the island. I imagine like what we all do. These roofs are at the point of collapse, to be honest with you. Here's a weird one. This door, I was in there last week. I can't get in there now. It's wedged shut. Jesus Christ. Try and open. Why is there a hole? Why is there a hole in the door like someone needs to look out? It's getting a bit weird. I'm not even joking here. Ain't happening. That is well and truly sealed. I'm actually sweating trying to get in there. If I try any harder, I'm going to end up breaking stuff. I don't want to break anything because of the historic value, you know, but that was open last week. I've got pictures and videos in there, and now it's absolutely wedged shut. Don't know. And what's this hole all about? You know what I mean? It's weird. God, man, the flies. This place is literally... What happened there? Yeah, there's way more flies in these places than there was last week. So, cascada de chindia, Chicoco Alto. So what they say is that where there's water, there was guanches. So this would have been a source of water for the guanches at some point. And also during like the 1600s, when Tenerife was probably starting to get most of its rhythm, I think the Spanish had officially colonized it around that time. So yeah, there was a lot of farming and stuff going on the lands around here. And this was the water source for Chicoco. I believe from what I read up on, this was also a water supply for Tahina. And still obviously active to this day. I presume is the water responsible for most of the agriculture around here. But phenomenal. Okay, so this is the first or last house you'll come across, depending what route you take from where to the Cascada de Chindia. So what this appears to have been, from my guess, is what they call a refugio. Kind of like a mini hotel in a way, I guess. I guess people would have stayed overnight long ago if they were making the journey from the north to the south, and they was maybe going, you know, or even to get water maybe, or to do work on the water canals. Maybe the workers would have possibly stayed here. I am kind of just guessing, but for where the location is and how it's kind of laid out, I presume it could have been something of the nature. This floor is very sketchy, very old, it's almost spongy. Oh yeah, not safe at all really, but the other places abandoned in the 70s or 80s maybe. That's just my guesstimation. So that's a wrap on today's video. Hope you enjoyed the little adventure through some kind of historic houses in Tenerife. Yeah, I was joined today by Julianne Nendel. Check out her YouTube page, Julianne Nendel. She's got some really cool videos on there. Lots of the hikes. Yeah, some really cool content. So get over there and check it out. Other than that, I will see you this weekend with my amigo Ivan, and we'll see where we end up. So, take care. Until then, adios.
Bueno, pues, ¿qué pasa, chiqui?
Ivan's already got some pussy, eh?